Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. Today I'll teach you how to find a job as international student. The first thing you have to consider before you even try to find a job is how many hours are you allowed to work every month. For example, in my case, living in Hungary, we are allowed to work 20 hours per week, so 80 hours per month as international student. So check it out according to where you are studying. And today, I'll teach you how to find some options in the city that you live in. In this case, I'll focus in Hungary because I'm studying my master's degree here. And I'll show you some options that I like. And I'll focus in that as scholarships in the university that you are studying in. So let's get started. If you are looking for a job in Hungary, for example, it's very useful if you look in professions. Profession.hu. Okay, this is a website that you can find any kind of job basically, but they offer as well jobs for students. So it's in Hungarian, but of course I need some help from Google to appear in English. Okay, then as any other website, to find jobs, you select a place, for example, Budapest in this case. I'll put search, and then all kind of jobs in Budapest will appear using Hungarian again. So let me translate it one more time. Right, as a barman, operator, sales manager, technical preparer, everything. So if you want to be more specific, of course, you have to write some keywords here in order to find what you are looking for. Then you can make sure that this job is for students, and you can agree in that. And also you have to upload a CV or create a profile in this website, okay? Of course, it's very simple, but I just wanted to be familiar with a website, and there is other that I know, and is Melodiac. This is a website that you can find jobs for students here in Hungary as well. So the same way you translate it to English. And it works the same. You choose the city. Let's say Budapest again, or you can find by districts because Budapest is really big, and you can find by position, and you can search a job as well. You have to create a profile and upload your CV. And something important here in Europe is to upload a motivation letter in a lot of jobs because they want to see what are your motivations to work there, what do you know about the company. Okay, so that could be something extra that you can upload. Okay, so they are looking for students, customer service employee, HR assistant, and a lot of more options. Okay, I won't talk a lot about these options because I want to focus more in the scholarships that you can find in the university, so I'll talk more about that. But I wanted to introduce you with these few options also. Another option that several students choose is to work in Bolt. This is very common here in Europe. Basically, it's about food delivery. And you can also Food Panda here in the first option, or Bolt. These are very common for students, so you can use your bike to deliver food. But honestly, I don't recommend this very much here in Page, where I live. It's just because there are a lot of hills and mountains, and it could be very hard to ride your bike in these mountains. I use my bike to go to university and some places, and I can feel that it's really hard. But it's just my opinion, it depends on you. If you have an electric bicycle, for example, it could be a good option for you, or if you have another type of mobility, or it depends of your physical condition as well. So I don't recommend you for that reason, but it's up to you, of course. As I mentioned before in this video, I'll focus more in the scholarships that you can get at university. So for example, you can be an international student ambassador, that is like helping promoting the university in your country and in other countries, like being the public image for your university. Also, you can be a mentor. I'll tell you my experience with that. Also, you can be an international research assistant. And well, I'm focusing more in these scholarships because you can get to know more people in the university environment, and also you can get some professional experience. In my case, in the last semester, I applied for the position of the scholarship as undergraduate research assistant, and it was a good experience. I had to apply showing some paperwork as well, like I presented my motivation letter, my CV, a recommendation letter from the director of my program that I am studying in biomedical engineering program, a recommendation from the dean of the faculty also, and something important is that I had to choose a subject. And the subject has to be something that you were so good that you got an excellent grade or a good grade. In my case, here in Hungary, the maximum grade that you can have is 5, and you can apply also with 4. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I chose the subject of research methodology. I got 5 in that one, so I wanted to be an undergraduate research assistant for this one. So I asked the professor to write a letter of recommendation for me, and he did. So I updated all of these documents. Also, I needed to show my English proficiency, so my TOEFL certificate was necessary. And I got selected for this scholarship, so they paid me every month. As undergraduate research assistant, I was under the supervision of the professor of this subject that I mentioned. Also, I had to write reports, make material for presentations. I delivered several lectures of this subject to the students in the first year of my own program. That was an enriching experience because I got to learn from them. They got to learn from me as well. I hope so. So also because of this scholarship, I got to participate in an international congress for biomedical engineering programs. So I got to learn from people from different countries, and I learned from their research. I read their papers, and that was really enriching, really good. I learned many things about sensors, about rehabilitation, about prosthetic stuff that I'm interested in. And also I got to participate in different workshops about this same stuff. So you can apply for this position, this scholarship as undergraduate research assistant because you're good in a subject. Just be brave, do the paperwork, and hope the best to be selected because it's a good experience. Something else that I did this last semester was applying for being a mentor for international students. That was also a good experience because I helped the international students coming from all over the world to adjust their student life in Page. So I applied for this scholarship with my CV, also with an interview, also with my motivation letter. As mentors for international students, we work in pairs, so we can accept as maximum as 20 students in our group. So I got 20 in my group, and I had to work a lot, especially in the beginning of the semester when the international students were coming, because some of them were doing okay, like being in the dormitories, and they knew the paperwork they had to do, the work to do immigrations, everything. But some students didn't have a place to stay because they didn't choose to stay in dorms. So I had them hunting for apartments and doing the paperwork for migration office. That was very exhausting in the beginning of the semester because I had to do, and they needed
they needed to do that, especially in the beginning. They are doing great now, they already adjust to the student life in Page. And in the beginning of the semester was necessary to be there to answer a lot of questions by chat, in person, video calls with them, because the paperwork here in Hungary is huge. Like when you're new here, you have to do your Thai card, is called, which is your medical insurance, also the papers about where you are living, the address card, also paperwork for the university. And it's really confusing. So I had a mentor as well when I got here, and it was a relief because I called him and I wrote him all the time to get some guidance about the things that they have to do. And I did the same with my mentees. So that was so good, and I learned from them, and I had fun, and some of them are still my friends now.
If you are looking to get extra money with the scholarships, try to look in the websites from the university. For example, in my case, I want to be an undergraduate research assistant, as I mentioned before. And I want to do that in my own university, which is PTE, University of Page. So here I have some opportunities. Let's see. Great. So here I can find what is this about, what are the requirements. Here, this is important to read because it explains about what are the responsibilities, who can apply for these, the tasks as an undergraduate research assistant, the conditions for winning, and the deadline. You have to be aware of that. And here in the bottom there are some documents that I had to upload. I'll explain you about as well. And this is not the only one, of course. You can be an international student ambassador, the Bram Marcel Doctoral School Scholarship for Excellent Women, Huawei Seed Excellent Scholarship, and so on. So you have several options, and this is just in the Faculty of Engineering. So there are more scholarships in the other faculties as well, and in every university.
I hope you like this video, and if you don't need any extra money, that's totally fine. But if you're looking for some opportunities to work as international student at your college, being a master's degree student or a bachelor's degree, so now you have some options. And maybe you are studying in a different university here in Hungary or in other part of the world, so please leave in the comments like this is what we do in my university, and maybe drop a link that could be so useful for other people who are searching for job opportunities as well. Thank you so much, and remember, if you are looking for a place to study English, like most of the study programs at university require at least a B2 in English, so you can study in Cultural Language English Academy, which helps students all over the world to reach their English level that they want. You can find the link below in the first comment, and also the links of these job opportunities in the description of my video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe. Bye bye.